Hello everyone, I'm Cloud and welcome to Anime No Mi. In today's video we'll talk about the location of Laugh Tale, the possibly ancient great kingdom of the lost century, in the One Piece anime. But before we go straight to the video, I need to ask for your help. Leave your like in today's video and also subscribe here on the channel. All this will help us a lot. Now let's go. First of all, we need to go back a bit in the events of One Piece and back to the saga of Enies Lobby, because during the story of Robin's past, we are told through Professor Clover, the scholar and archaeologist Clover, who studied the Poneglyphs, said that there was a kingdom in the past which became known as the Great Kingdom. This kingdom had a unique way of acting that would change the course of the history of the entire world of One Piece. Then, the other kingdoms of the world were afraid of this and decided to destroy the Great Kingdom, and after succeeding, these kingdoms created the Sekai Sifu and erased all evidence of this lost century. To help us get to the One Piece, we'll use Legacy Purpose Possibility as a reference, which says that the Great Kingdom had a unique project called the One Piece Project. We will be in this video taking into account only some data and small information about characters and places in the work, so we will split today's video in two parts to make it easier to understand. In this possibility, the project had the purpose of destroying 2 points of the red line so that the oceans would become one, that is, the all blue. The points which the Great Kingdom would destroy was the Reverse Mountain, and the second point would be where Fishman Island is, hence Joy Boy's gigantic boat, and, respectively, the future Mariajoa. Thus, to destroy these points, the Great Kingdom would build large, powerful combat items that would be strong enough to send the red line away, combat items that would be termed heavenly combat items. But the plan was not successful, as the Great Kingdom was destroyed. However, before this happened, the king of this ancient kingdom created some stones that contained all the history of the lost century and spread them around the world. All of this would be done with the intention that someone would find them one day to inherit their purpose of making the ocean one. Bringing more sense to this possibility, let's add a character that will have extreme importance in the future in the work, which consists in stating that Joy Boy was none other than the king of the old Great Kingdom. To destroy the red line, Joy Boy would have to build large, powerful combat items. He then learned of a kingdom that lived at the bottom of the sea, the island of Merfolk, and that the princess of this kingdom possessed an incredible skill, that she was capable of commanding all the fish and sea monsters in the world. However, this kingdom was experiencing a problem. Joy Boy then promised the princess of Fishman Island that she would take them to live on the surface through a gigantic ship that was built. But this promise was not fulfilled, as the Great Kingdom was destroyed. Because of this, Joy Boy sent a Poneglyph to Fishman Island, which Poneglyph contained an apology for failing to keep his promise. But this supposed possibility of the inherited purpose presents a problem, as it was recently revealed that who created the Poneglyphs was the country of Wana. Continuing, Joy Boy, long before his realm was destroyed, came into contact with a distant realm because he heard that this realm was intelligent and had a vast knowledge of minerals and natural resources. He then asked that country to build some stones containing information about his project, called One Piece, and also 4 special stones, which would be like a map for his kingdom, the Road Poneglyphs. All this would have happened so that one day someone would find these stones and, consequently, be able to reach the kingdom. So Joy Boy left a hidden Poneglyph in his realm, which was the last piece of the puzzle, so that person would discover the whole truth of the lost century, and then inherit his will to make the world into one sea. The only person who got there was Roger, but as he had an illness, his body couldn't do much anymore, and so he wouldn't be able to fulfill Joy Boy's purpose. Soon Roger announced the Age of Pirates, so that the next person could find the lost ancient kingdom and inherit the will to make the ocean into one. Laugh Tale would then be hidden in a random place on the Grand Line where no one knows where it is. After all, if it was just the final island, surely the Yonkers would have already dominated that place. In addition, there would also be no need for the Road Poneglyph to show its location. After all, as we know, Laugh Tale is the island at the end of the New World, which supposedly holds the One Piece treasure, a treasure that has not yet had its secrets revealed, but Oda revealed that it would not be a message, but really a treasure that made them all the adventures were worth it. Also, the first to arrive at that place was the first king of the pirates, who named the treasure One Piece, and that's right after he and his crew arrived on the island and discovered the treasure left by Joy Boy. The name Laugh Tale was also given by the king of pirates. After all, when arriving on that island, all the pirates that were part of the crew started to laugh a lot with something they found in that place, this right after an initial surprise. And as we know, there are 4 Poneglyphs known as Road Poneglyphs, which, when read together, lead to 4 islands that, if aligned, will lead to the location of Laugh Tale. This is the initial story on how to get there. As we mentioned, there is a possibility that a part of the Great Kingdom is in that place. After After all the kingdoms that now control everything in One Piece were part of the ancient kingdoms that joined and formed the Sekai Sifu after destroying the Great Kingdom. And even with the little that has been seen about the island, its coast seems to be composed of steep cliffs with large amounts of desert, although there are some objects that appear to take the form of buildings or fortifications covered with sand. This all indicates that in the past, Laugh Tale was already inhabited, but nowadays there is no one in the New World who mentions coming from that place, which indicates that that island can be part of the Great Kingdom. And because it is impossible to reach this place through a log pose, the ancient realms could not completely end the existence of this place that survived from the old Great Realm. In fact, no one knew about the existence of this realm. Everyone believed that the last island was Lodestar. Roger began to suspect the existence of a final island after reaching a dead end on Lodestar Island. This all happened 39 years ago, where Roger's log pose started behaving strangely, with the needle proving confused and never registering a destination. Besides, countless stories provided by the Sekai Sifu would feed Roger's beliefs that this supposed place existed and had something of immense value. Having temporarily recruited Kazuki Oden from the Whitebeard pirates due to his ability to read the Poneglyphs, Roger began his final journey through the Grand Line with the intention of reaching his true end. In that place he would discover Joy Boy's treasure, whose name had already been cited in other Poneglyphs. That's how it was then that Roger's pirates were able to unravel the riddle behind the road Poneglyphs, having located them all in this new quest and arrived at the final elusive island. It was then, as I mentioned, that they ended up discovering the existence of Joy Boy's treasure, and in that place Roger and his crew roared with laughter. In that island they learned the truth about what happened during the lost century, the true nature of the ancient combat items, and the meaning of the initial D. Furthermore, we know that the arrival on the last island of the New World where One Piece is located will also precede a unique battle in the entire anime, and this was said by the first person to reach that place. After decades of speculation and doubt, the existence of the One Piece treasure was confirmed by Edward Newgate in his last words, where he mentioned that the King of Pirates had told him that a great battle will involve the whole world, and the world will be shaken to the core when the One Piece is found. Also, One Piece, or at least the secrets in Laugh Tale, directly involve the Great Realm. After all, it was said by Clover that the Great Realm is the most important point for the lost century to have been erased, and that goes beyond. After all, the information that Roger discovered the secret of the initial D in that place indicates that it also has a direct connection with the Great Kingdom, and consequently, this must be the reason why the celestial dragons fear so much those who have this initial. Finally, the only thing that has been confirmed so far about everything is that the celestial dragons, or rather the kingdoms of the past, were responsible for the end of the Great Kingdom and also for hiding the history of the lost century. But what did you think of all this? Remembering that you can also comment on what themes you want to see here on the channel in the next videos. I really appreciate you seeing the video until the end, and I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave like in the video if you haven't, and subscribe here on the channel if you haven't. Don't forget to leave your likes in the video to help the channel, and also subscribe if you're still new here. The channel is new and needs your help. Thank you so much for watching our video so far. Your support is very important. See you in the next video. Bye.